So I thought I'd pop back in as I'm editing the podcast and show you that I did put the buttons on. I ended up with 5 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pattern only calls for 3, but since I lengthened it, and I just wanted one up a little higher, and I don't like when there's not enough because then it gapes. But anyway, she's done. She's done. The Boxy Blooms cardigan is done. And yeah, I've been wearing it since I finished it. It does kind of slide. I don't know. I'm undecided yet about the collar, but I'll wear it a little bit and figure that out as it goes along. Other than that, yeah, I'm happy with it. It was easy to make. And I think I forgot to mention, she has a full YouTube tutorial on her YouTube channel for this project, and I think all her projects. So there she is, all done. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So I just thought I'd pop this back in since I was editing the video. And in the course of doing all of that, I did end up actually finishing it with all the buttons. All the ends are woven in. So we're good to go. Okay, bye. Hello and welcome or welcome back to Yarn Tea and Books. My name is Tasha, and along with my husband, we are the humans behind Frogget Yarns Hand-Dyed Yarns, mobile yarn truck, and this YouTube channel. So welcome in if you are returning. Welcome if you're a new viewer. We're happy to have you here. And yeah, it's been a busy week, so we'll get into it. I just came up from the dye studio. I normally do not dye on Thursdays, but we are trying to stay ahead with this big secret wholesale order, and so we've been hitting the studio super early so I can get it done and still have time to do all of the podcast stuff. So all that to say, welcome back to another new episode from Mug Watch this week. This is brand new, and you know what? Darn that Home Goods or TJ Maxx, whatever you might have near you, they always put the good mugs at the checkout. You know, like you have to go through an entire aisle when you're checking out, and that's where they put the good mugs. So we were picking up a few things for the house, and I saw this, and this looks just like our Tucker, our Boston Terrier, because he has the up ears and Cooper's ears are still kind of floppy. So got that at Home Goods. Cannot link it, but had to pick that up. It was too cute to pass up. This week, we are going to catch up on my whips, my almost finished objects. We'll catch up on whips. We'll do a tiny bit of shop news. Nothing's really changed. Just a few reminders, and yeah, there's some book chat. So yeah, let's just get into it. We'll start with FOs. Technically it's done. Now, when I wrote my notes, this was not done. So last night, this is my Boxy Blooms cardigan by Rachel Misner. She's Evelyn and Peter Crochet pretty much everywhere. This is my Boxy Blooms cardigan, and I will kind of sit up. The buttons are not on. I just have it clipped with a sewing clip. But the trim is done. All of the finishing is done. It's been blocked. I actually didn't think this was going to get done because as I was seaming it together, so I was seaming the front panels to the back panel, and then you add on the sleeves and you seam those, and then you seam from under the sleeve down the sides. As I was seaming the front panels to the back and laying it out, and then I seamed up the sleeves, and I just did a quick try on. I clipped the underside seam together with these sewing clips just so I could try it on and make sure things were where I wanted them to be. And one of my panels was a lot shorter than the other. So because I lengthened the back, I did an extra repeat of the 4-row repeat. I knew that I had to do that on each front. It's worked from the top, bottom up. So I knew that I had to add that 4 rows on before I did the decreases for the V. And apparently I didn't do that for one of the panels. So I had to unpick all the seams, rip it back out, add in the 4 rows, then do all the decreases, and then seam it back up. So I really didn't think it would be this far along. But I worked on the trim last night. All my buttonholes are done. I have decided to use these buttons. They're bigger than my other choice, which was these. These are bigger, and I just followed the pattern, which was the buttonhole is chain 2, skip 2, keep going. And had I wanted to use the smaller ones, I would have only needed to chain 1. But these fit in there better, and they're just slightly bigger than the buttonhole, so they won't pop out. So all I have to do today is sew my buttons on and weave in the last 2 ends, and it's done. It's done. I absolutely love it. I don't know. I made the small medium. I'm glad I didn't make the large. The sizes were combined because the neck is really big. The only other thing I could do if I don't like this, if I find that I don't think it's going to slip off, just, I don't know, it feels weird. Anyway, the only thing I could do would be to gradually, like just pick up and make the collar a little wider, but I don't know how that's going to feel. Anyway, let me take it off and show you a little bit better. I will clip the fronts together so you can just see it a little bit better than me trying to wear it. Plus, I'm extra warm from being downstairs in the dye studio. So we'll clip that. Okay, so here she is. Oh, she's so cute. She's got the cutest little sleeves. The sleeves have a little picot detail around the ends. The pattern called for that same picot detail to be done at the buttonholes, but I did not. So there's my edging. And yeah, I'm gonna pop the buttons on today, and we are ready to go. So I'm considering that pretty much done. Just to refresh, I used Kobu by Lion Brand. This is their cotton and bamboo blend. All I'm gonna say is I do love the feel of it. It's very cool to the touch. It was not particularly hard to work with. It's just that the main strand is made up of, I swear, like a billion tiny plies. So when I had to rip out the top half of that front panel, I threw what I ripped out away. I cut it and threw it away because from being worked and then being ripped back out, it had just, all the plies had come apart. And I did find that every now and then as I was crocheting, my hook would go in between. It would split, you know, the plies. And so that was a bit annoying. I'm not saying I don't recommend the yarn. I'm just saying be prepared. If you have to rip it out, you're not going to want to reuse what you've ripped out. So I bought 5. I think I bought 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So I bought 5 balls. I bought an extra ball. This was extra. The pattern and my size said I only needed 4. And so there's the 3 bands from what I've used. And here's number 4. So I did only need 3 and a bit. That's not even, like, that's a lot more than half. So I did not need all 4 balls for the size small medium, even with adding the extra length to the body. So it was great value for the money. I think it cost me $5 a ball plus shipping. I think with shipping, I was all in at like 32, 34 bucks. So it was very affordable, in my opinion. I know affordability is polarizing. I feel that was affordable. $5 a ball. There's no acrylic. There's no, you know, it's plant-based. It's natural fibers. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I can't wait to get the buttons sewn on, wear it over my tank tops, wear it over my sundresses, especially in the air conditioning. I find that from being in the air conditioning all day long, I end up getting chilly even when it's 100 degrees outside like it has been all week. Hi. So I thought I'd pop back in as I'm editing the podcast and show you that I did put the buttons on. I ended up with 5 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pattern only calls for 3, but since I lengthened it, and I just wanted one up a little higher, and I don't like when there's not enough because then it gapes. But anyway, she's done. She's done. The Boxy Blooms cardigan is done. And yeah, I've been wearing it since I finished it. It does kind of slide. I don't know. I'm undecided yet about the collar, but I'll wear it a little bit and figure that out as it goes along. Other than that, yeah, I'm happy with it. It was easy to make. And I think I forgot to mention, she has a full YouTube tutorial on her YouTube channel for this project, and I think all her projects. So there she is, all done. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So I just thought I'd pop this back in since I was editing the video. And in the course of doing all of that, I did end up actually finishing it with all the buttons. All the ends are woven in. So we're good to go. Okay, bye. The other thing I want to show you is, I'm calling it a half finished object, because I sewed together the rest of the squares for my book club blanket. So each month with our Lilypad Club, I am crocheting a granny square. So I am using the main color, the mini color, and then I'm outlining everything in our winter white color. So I had the first 3 done. I've already showed those. So we've got January, February, and March. And then we had April and May, and just recently June, but they are all now together. So I am making my blanket 3 squares across, and then it'll be 4 squares down. So the first half of the year is done. So I'm happy about that. I worked on that yesterday a little bit and got that all sewn together. I'm so mad because I have to redo my July square. When I did the test batch for July's club, it came out a little lighter than I wanted. So when I got down there to dye full on for the shops, for retail orders, I made a slight adjustment to the measurements. And it's perfect, but I forgot that I was going to do that, and I made my July square out of the test batch. And it does look different enough that it's going to bug me. So that will be a lovey for our dog Cooper, who loves to just have his head buried. So one giant granny square, I can throw that over his head when he's napping, and he's happy as a clam. So that'll take us right into whips. For whips, I am still plugging away on Mr. Froggett's Grid Gambit Cowl. Let me get it worked around. So we are here. Oh, it's looking so nice. So this is Grid Gambit by Samantha Guerin. I am using Feederbrook Farms Entropy DK. This is the color Bioluminescence. And I am using Froggett Yarns Rambouillet DK in the color Ash. And yeah, I think, less than 5 rows from being done with chart C. And then I'll be on to the last chart, which will start the decreases to form the point. So this is the top neck that will get another, once I start the decreases on this side, we'll get another straight edge like this, and then they will come around and seam up the back, and he'll have his cowl. And it'll start to go faster once I'm doing decreases, because every row is going to be getting shorter. So that's coming right along. Now that my cardigan is done, I'm going to finish that off while I am in between working on socks and deciding what I want to make next. If I want to get back to my whips that I abandoned, or if I want to start something new. The only other knitting whip that I have are my Frog and Toad socks. So this is our special 8th anniversary colorway, Frog and Toad. And I'm past the heels on both, and I'm working down the foot. So there they both are. This is the charm that will come in the Frog and Toad boxes. And I know last week I said that Kelsey made me a special charm when she was designing these, and I said I would show you, and I didn't. So that is the special charm that Kelsey made me. Look at his little overcoat. He was just too big. She couldn't get any more on. So for the actual one, we've got Frog and Toad. And instead of wasting the little frog, she made me a special book. So love her for that. And that's my Frog and Toad socks. The other whip that I've been working on is a spinning whip. I have a new spinning whip on my wheel. This is my electric eel wheel by Dreaming Robots. It's the 6.1. And I have, this beautiful fiber. This is the start of a 3-ply spin for me. So I'm going to spin 3 different braids as singles, and then I'm going to apply them all together. So the first one that I picked was Terracotta. It's 100% Cormo, and this is by Lair of the Llama. And it's so gorgeous. It's spinning up really nicely. I like the way the Cormo is spinning. And yeah, I'm having a good time with that. So that's coming along nicely. And that is it for whips, folks. It's just been super busy in the studio. We are at the tail end of this giant wholesale order. We'll be finishing that up probably by Monday. I would like to get it packed up and mailed before the 4th of July holiday. So we've just been working on that. All of club orders that I received up until Tuesday have been dyed. So retail club orders will go out tomorrow. I dyed the extra couple of batches yesterday. Yeah. Our 2 lovely shops in North Carolina, I have sent their wholesale club orders, and we'll be delivering the other 2 this weekend. So it's been busy. It's been long days trying to get this done so that I can get back to Advents. And yeah, anyway, let's move on to shop news. Advents, speaking of Advents, they are closed. Pre-orders closed on the 21st, which was last Saturday. So they're done for as far as pre-ordering and getting it on the base that you want. So I did all the calculations to get me full batches of what I need for each one. And there will be very, very few ready to sell. I'm not going to dye extras. I'm going to fill out my batches and that's it. So I'm talking single digits for all 3, the weekly, the daily, and the 12-day. Yeah, there will not be many ready to sell at all, which is good. We got lots of orders, and you know, it's always a risk having ready to sell because I don't know if they're all going to sell. Last year we got lucky and they all sold. So I'm hoping that's the same for this year. If not, we do have a plan in place of what to do with them if they don't all sell. The sucky part will be all of the extra charms, but we'll see. So Advents are closed. July club pre-orders will close Monday, June 30th. So if you haven't gotten your club order in and you still want to, you still have time. If you're watching this the day it comes out on Saturday, you still have time. Our July club book cover is The Rose Bargain. That's also the book that we're reading. Our color palette is here. We still have 4 or 5 charms left. Here is our book charm from Kelsey. Oh, she did such a good job. I love that she got the 2 rings on there, just like on the front of the book. She did a good job. So there's a couple of those left, not many. And then that's it. That will close Monday, June 30th. Tuesday, July 1st, is when our Frog and Toad, our friends, 8th anniversary box will go live. So, I just saw this morning that the Frog and Toad books are on their way to me. I got the shipping notification and I've been talking with Kelsey. Editing Tasha here with my buddy Tucker. I just wanted to pop in and say, I know that last week I said that Kelsey was going to offer the charms in her shop on the same day that our boxes go live. That is no longer the case. She has work commitments that have to come first. So currently you can only get the charms in our boxes. And she said at some point after ours are out in the world, or possibly after they're sold out, she will offer them in her shop. But they are very time consuming and they take a long time. So she's not sure when that will be. She's not sure if it'll be a few weeks or if it'll just be, you know, like a week or so. Anyway, make sure you're following her. She's the Littlest Charm Co. She announces her shop updates on Etsy. So either keep a check on her Etsy shop or keep an eye on her Instagram. As soon as I know, I will also announce it. But as of right now, as of the time of the box is going live on July the 1st, hi Cooper, you'll only be able to get the charms in our Frog and Toad box. So I just wanted to amend that because I know I said last week that she was going to have them, but she's just let me know that that is not the case right now. She's got work commitments that she cannot put off. So just wanted to pop that in here and let you know that that's the new order of things. So, all right, bye. So they are on their way. Bags are being made. Yarn is dyed. Here is our special color, Frog and Toad. I love the way this came out. Here's the little mini. And together, I think they just go so well. It's woodsy, it's retro. I just think it looks so good with the book. So the boxes will go on sale Tuesday, July 1st. They will stay live. The boxes will stay live until they're sold out, or July 14th, whichever comes first. There are only 25 boxes. That's it. All of the boxes will have the same weight. They will all be our merino fingering weight, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. They will all be sock sets in the box. And I know that not everybody likes fingering weight, and I know that not everybody likes nylon, but there's no way for me to do it having such limited numbers, knowing who's going to want what base. If you like that base, but you were really hoping for DK, hold it double. It's the perfect DK weight. Our fingering weight held double is exactly the same weight as our DK weight. The yarn itself will be available in a separate listing. That is not limited. So that will go up on the 1st, but that will stay live until we discontinue it. And that will be on multiple bases. So our fingering, our sport, our worsted, our DK, our luxe DK, our bisque fingering, which has no nylon. So all of my main core bases, you'll be able to get Frog and Toad on either with a mini or without. But that will be a separate listing. So if you want to add to your box when you place your order, if you're getting a box, put the box in your cart and then go to the yarn listing and you can add more yarn. That's the only way I can do it, that all of the boxes are the same. Because like I said, I don't know if 21 people are going to want fingering and 4 people are going to want DK. And if I do 15 fingering and 10 DK and 10 people don't want DK, then I'm stuck. I want the boxes to sell. So they're all going to be the same. They'll all have the same yarn in. And if you want different, or if you want to add to it, the yarn itself will be a separate listing. I hope that that works for most people. It's one of those things where you just can't please everybody. I know not everybody likes nylon. I know not everybody likes fingering, but I cannot predict who's going to want what base. And I have to make sure that I only sell 25 of the boxes. That is all of the product that I have. So it's very important that that is how it stays. Anyway, July 1st, 9 a.m., the Frog and Toad boxes will go on sale. And yeah, I hope that you're all excited. I'm very excited. We've been working so hard and having the hiccup with the bags. And I've seen the fabric. The fabric is adorable. And she's she's been cutting and prepping so that she can just bang out the bags and get them to me as soon as possible. So as soon as I have the bags and as soon as I have the charms, everything will be sent. So yeah, I hope you're excited. that's going to do it for shop news. So that'll take us to book chat. For book chat, I realized I never updated you guys on the pre-order debacle. I had said 2 episodes ago that I had a pre-order in for a book that I had been waiting on, The Robin on the Oak Throne. This is that book by K.A. Lindy. This was one of my most anticipated releases for 2025. And I asked you to tell me in the comments if you would just leave the pre-order ride and wait till it got here, or if you would cancel it and go pick it up the Tuesday that it came out. So I had my pre-order through Barnes & Noble. They do not ship before publication date. So it's not like Amazon where, I don't even know if Amazon still does this, where you used to be able to get your book on release date. They would send it, 2 or 3 days early. Barnes & Noble will not do that. So I had the pre-order on for the special edition because I wanted the special edition. The editions of these are just stunning. Like, look at that. The end papers, the inside of the books are just gorgeous. So that way it matches the first book in the series that I already have. Anyway, I've placed pre-orders with Barnes & Noble many times, and typically they charge my card either the day before it's going to ship or the day that it ships. I will say that everyone who commented said that they would cancel the pre-order and go pick it up, which I was very tempted to do, except that Barnes & Noble got very sneaky, and I woke up Sunday morning to an email saying that I had been charged. So they got very sneaky. Sometime after midnight, they automatically charged my card on Sunday for the book. I could not cancel it after that. I knew they were not shipping it early. They sent me the shipping label, like the tracking info. It never moved from their warehouse until late on Tuesday. But they got sneaky. So I will remember that the next time, because I was actually out and about on Tuesday. We did stop in at the bookstore, and I was so sad because there it was on the shelf ready to be plucked, and I could not buy it because I had already been charged and I could not cancel it. Yeah, I am going to insert a clip. I did take some video of me going to the bookstore, and I didn't even grab the books that I got. I'll have to grab those. Anyway, it came on Saturday, last Saturday actually. It came, and I thought that I was going to be able to wait, folks, until July. I had it listed as a July read on my TBR and my journal, and I just couldn't. It came, I ripped that box open, I grabbed it, I made a cup of tea, I came in here, and I devoured this book. Dare I say this was even better than the first, which I absolutely loved. I love K.A. Lindy's writing style. I love the world that she has built. I did swap back a little bit between reading the physical copy and listening to the audio copy so that I could do some work. It was phenomenal. If you have not tried this series, there were a lot more, what do I want to say? There were a lot more dark subjects in this book. The trigger warnings are listed, so please, please check those trigger warnings. This one got dark. But it was a thrill ride. Literally 10 out of 10 stars. She did get me. The last 3 pages, I thought we were safe. Excuse me. And She put in a twist. She ripped my heart out. And this one ended on a much bigger cliffhanger than the first one. There is going to be a third one, so I think it's just going to be a trilogy, because she does say in the, like in the author's note or whatever in the back that, you know, don't worry, there will be a third book to round things out and finish things out. So she's calling it a cycle, but I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. So good. Read the first one, The Wren in the Holly Library. It was so good. I devoured it. It's done. I finished it. I finished it in a couple of days. Yeah. So good. It's so good that it's a series I will definitely reread. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It was so good. I also finished volume 5 of Freyrin, Beyond Journey's End. This is a manga that I enjoy. It's cozy, magic, fantasy that I love to read. I was also listening to the graphic audio version of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I finished book 1. I am currently listening to book 2, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. And yeah, I'm having a good time. That series is a series that I reread every year at some point. I enjoy it that much. It's like a comfort read now. And yeah, it's been nice to have on in the studio, or when I'm spinning, or when I'm just sitting there knitting at night and there's, you know, nothing to watch on TV. So that will lead me to what I've started. I haven't started anything physically. I am listening to A Court of Mist and Fury, which is book 2, but I do plan to start this is the sequel to our June read, To Shatter the Night by Catherine Quinn. This is book 2. So I do plan to read that because I want to know what happens. And then I plan to start our July read, which is The Rose Bargain. So other than that, I've got my eyes on a few other books that I think I want to read in July, but I don't want to make the list too long. I do have a middle grade that I want to read. Yeah. We'll see. I do want to grab the books that I bought that day that we were at Barnes & Noble. Okay, so because we were at the bookstore and I couldn't get the book that I wanted because it was coming, I did pick up a couple of others that I've just had kind of on the back burner. The first one is a middle grade. This is called Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. And this is a 3-book series, but look how beautiful. Hold on, I just lost it. There's illustrations. I love middle grade books when they're illustrated. Like, look how pretty that is. So, picked up that one. Picked up this one, Wildwood. What a chonker. And then I had posted a picture of my stack on our Instagram, and someone commented, oh, you're going to love the Wildwood series. So there is another one. I don't know if there's just 2 or if there's 3. But yeah, picked up that one. I picked up a young adult one that looked really good, A Forgery of Fate by Elizabeth Lim. This one's got dragons in it. Sign me up. And then a continuation of a series. This is book 2. It's called Echo Fort. And this is book 2. The first one is called Never Keep. So, excited for that. So that's the 4 I picked up. Even though I was so sad I couldn't pick up my book. I'm going to pop in the little clip that I took at the bookstore, right here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I like to do that every now and then, just take a little video. I did post it on Instagram, I think. I did it as a reel. But if you didn't see that, that's why I added it in here. And that's going to do it for this week, folks. That is all that I have for you this week. We're just busy, busy, busy. And yeah, that's going to do it. So I hope that you're all well. I hope that you're all enjoying the summer. I am over the heat. We have been in the middle of a heat wave. Excuse me. This is day 4 now, where it's been 100 degrees. My poor brand new HVAC system is struggling. I don't know why. It's too hot, I think. It's struggling to keep the house. I mean, it's cool. I'm exaggerating. It's cool. But it's running a lot to keep it cool. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so that'll do it for me. I will see all of you back here next week, same time, same place. Please remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And until next week, happy making. Bye.